Hey, Bonelab's out! Yay!
Bonelab day.
Bonelab day!
Bonelab
day! Dude, plunger. Okay, yeah, I know, I'm really tardy to the party with this one. I know everybody with a functioning YouTube channel has already talked about Bonelab at this point, but boy oh boy, this is quite the divisive little VR game. People are pretty split between liking the game and hating it, and it's for a variety of reasons. I kinda just want to go over some of the strange critiques I've seen over the past few days regarding Bonelab. I feel like 60% of reviews that I've read or watched have generally surmounted to noose bad and it's just Boneworks. Which yeah, it is just Boneworks, if you really want to get down to the marrow of it. Personally, I'm in the camp that really believes sooner than everybody expects it, Bonelab is going to enable some really incredible things in the VR space. I just feel like people are being a little short-sighted in their reviews in general. Even if you find the campaign lackluster, or you think the physics can be janky, you have to admit this game enables smaller developers to do so much with just a copy of Unity, and that it all works whether you have a high-end PC or just a Quest 2 to run it on. A game like this just existing with the development team that it has is a fucking miracle. If you have an avatar or a world from games like VR Chat, it's as simple as porting it over to Bonelab. We've seen what people do in games like Contractors when they're given that kind of power. On its own, the game is fun. It's challenging. It doesn't hold your hand like most games do, except for that one part.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop it, don't
Stop it,
fight.
cut it out,
Don't
help.
stop. Come on, Zach. Let's go to heaven. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Don't stop.
One of the oddest critiques I've seen of the game has been about the music. Specifically, people stating that they just turned the music off from the beginning of level 2 because they weren't really expecting a lady whispering sweet nothings into their ear when they entered the lab for the first time. And, you know, I get that. I think most people are just thrown off by having lyrics and a soundtrack, as it does feel a bit like your VR game just became a music video and now you're Beyonce. The music from Boneworks was pretty eerie, and it gave off a heavily dystopian atmosphere. Don't get me wrong, this game absolutely still has its cyberpunk-esque bangers, but Bonelab can quickly change from being a game like this, then it'll change into something like this, and then it'll do a total fucking 180 and you get this. Or you get whatever this is. Let's just not talk about the moon level.
Burn that awful electronic rubbish off! Oh, come on, I kinda like it.
Let me know what you think about that. Did you like the music in Bonelab? Did you find it distracting? Please tell me in the comments. Another critique I've seen is a pretty straightforward one. Some people's cerebellum just weren't built for VR right out the box, including me. Motion sickness is pretty common with virtual reality, but with Bonelabs, the sensation can be a little intense for first-time or newer VR players. My response to this critique for Bonelab is simple. When I first played Boneworks back in 2020, I felt nauseous, disoriented, and I had a sensation like my head was constantly being pulled forward when I'd walk in the game. But after maybe 2 hours of playtime, over the course of a few days, the sensation began to fade, and what I was left with was this feeling of hyper immersion. It's like my brain still struggled to make the distinction between game and reality, which is what caused the discomfort in the first place, but that meant each interaction I had within the game made me more and more immersed. The point I'm trying to make is, motion sickness in my case wound up just being a hurdle that once I jumped over, it's like I unlocked a deeper feeling of being in the game. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, but if you tried Bonelab or virtual reality in general, and immediately got motion sickness, give it another go and just see how long you can make it. If you do try to push yourself through the discomfort, what's waiting on the other side is a whole new world that you just so happen to feel a little more than most people. They don't call it earning your VR legs for nothing. So, I just think we need more VR games that push the boundary of comfort like the Bone games do. We need more VR games full stop, but I'll take what I can get with Bonelab at the moment. Alright, that's all I have to waste your time with today, guys. Really quick, I just want to say thank you all so much for the support on my recent videos. It really means more to me than I could ever begin to articulate with words. You guys have been amazing in the comments. I love talking to all of you. Notifications definitely give me dopamine, so if you want to flood my empty skull with some brain juice, hit some buttons down there. But I'll catch you guys next time. Bye now. Come on. Do I just have plunger hand now?